Continuing with the introduction to Halachot of Chanukah, there's a nice question. Why don't we have an extra day of Chanukah in Chutz La'aretz? We know when it comes to other Chagim, in Chutz La'aretz outside of Israel, there's Yom Tov Sheni. How come when it comes by Chanukah, there was no institution by Chachamim to have a Yom Tov Sheni, a second day of Yom Tov? So there's two reasons that I've seen right here, brought down by Rav Ovadia. The first is that because the entire Chag is instituted by Chachamim, it was a rabbinic enactment. Therefore, they weren't as machmir, or they weren't choshesh to possibly a safek yom, a doubt in the correct day, and adding on a ninth day for us, like we do in the rest of the mitzvot. They didn't feel necessary because it's a rabbinic enactment, and they didn't see the need for us to be extra machmir for that choshesh, for that worry, to be choshesh for that fear of, God forbid, violating a deoraita. Additionally, another reason that's brought down is because even according to those who say that the shluchim, that the messengers need to be sent by the 25th day of Kislev, when Chanukah begins, the messengers would have arrived at all the points where the Jews were living. So there was no worry that the messengers wouldn't arrive in time. 25 days after Rosh Chodesh is when the Chag is, as opposed to the other Chagim that are on Tetvav, Yodalid, I guess, but so that's the differentiation that's brought down here. Two reasons that explain why we don't do an extra day in Chutz La'aretz. Now, why the name Chanukah? What does the name? How does it have anything to do with the holiday? So everyone knows the famous Pri Chadash that brings down Chanu B'Kaf Hey, that either they rested or they reinstituted the Beit HaMikdash on the 25th day of Kislev. There's also a Rav Ovadia brings a nice drush from another sefer called Moruk Siyah that explains why Chanukah. Because during the time of Chagai Navi, he prophesizes in Perek Bet Pasuk Yud Chet shebe 24 in the 24th day of the ninth month, which is Kislev, Husad, that they will conclude and begin the Beit HaMikdash process. And the following day after they finished and finished their building of the Beit HaMikdash, the next day they brought the korbanot. ובהדלקת מבערב שאין מחנכים המנורה אלא בין הארבעים כמו ששינו במנחות ועל שם חנוכת הבית השני נקראים ימי הנס הנרות שאירע באותו פרק חנוכה. So to commemorate the beginning of the second Beit HaMikdash that started around this time, the miracle that occurred during that time period, which Chanukah occurred during the second Beit HaMikdash, it gets the name of Chanukah that also took place on the 25th day of Kislev. Just a nice idea. Just to wrap up this idea, the mitzvah of Chanukah is very chaviv. The Halacha tells us, mitzvah Chanukah, mitzvah chaviva hi ad me'od, וצריך אדם להיזהר בה, כדי להודיע הנס, להוסיף בשבח האל והודיה לו על הניסים שעשה לנו. The mitzvah of Chanukah is a very important one. We need to be very meticulous to make sure we properly publicize the mitzvah that Hashem did for us back then, and in theory continues to do for us every generation that we go on. That's when we light the candles. We're signifying that. And to finalize, there's a cute Segulah that we'll just finish off this introduction with. The Rashi explains, but the Gemara in Shabbat talks about it. Amar Rav Huna, haragil baner haviyan lo banim talmidei chachamim. Someone who is very meticulous with the candle, or careful, or often has the candle, he will have many children that are Talmidei Chachamim. Why? Shenemar ki ner mitzvah b'Torah or. As the pasuk in Mishlei says, a mitzvah is a candle, but the Torah is the light. Al yidesh ner mitzvah shel Shabbat v'shel Chanukah ba'or shel Torah. Rashi adds that through the mitzvah of lighting Shabbat candles, which we spoke about last month, and through the mitzvah of lighting Chanukah candles, you'll have the or of Torah, you'll have the light of the Torah. Be'ezras Hashem, we fulfill this inside to the utmost, and we see this beracha in our lives. Have a wonderful day.